Behind the Shades.
I wanted to be this person that I had in my mind, but I wanted to make it into reality. So there's like this dreamy version of Terrain. He was 6 feet tall, this good looking guy, very, very successful, right? So you set the bar at a certain level, but then to your point, Anum, you want to get as close as possible to the version of yourself that you have created in your mind. And it took a lot of work. I had to change the way I speak. I had to change the way I dress. I had to change the way I interact. I had to ask women, hey, wink, wink, what kind of guy do you like? And then you kind of mold yourself that way, right? Because you want to be flexible in a way to adapt. And I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
when you mention childhood, I think so many of us are kind of put in a hole because our parents expect us to be a certain way. And then we have, I think at that point, we reach a certain age where we're thinking, do I become who I want to be and who I want
yeah.
to be is going to make me happy? Or do I become the person that my parents told me that I should be, even though it makes me unhappy? And I think for a lot of people, maybe this is something that people can speak on, maybe yourself as well. I know coming from parents who weren't born in this country, it's school,
Yeah.
school, school, be successful, doctor, engineer, lawyer, right? And then you're like, wait a minute, there's a little bit more to life than those three things. But I'd be lying if I didn't go to school for law, because I did take it. But then I realized that, hey, I want something more. I want something else. I want to change the world in my way. And in my way was, like you, getting comfortable in front of a camera, making sure my hair is done, my makeup is good, everything, right? Because
Yeah,
you want to be able to present your message in the best way possible. So when you said that you had to learn these things,
yeah.
I
For
guess
me,
my question is, was it easy, or were there steps that you had to take to ensure that you became the Anam that we see now?
so for me, like what happened was that when I really got into the energy, that feeling of that version, right? I kept like getting attracted to that. So I had this woman in my mind who I actually felt really connected to. And I just kept thinking about her, how she talks, how she walks, how she is. Like she's calm, she's happy, she's not worried, she's not rushing anywhere. She doesn't know what fear is. She is not scared. She just is. Like she operates full on. She knows what she wants and she inspires people, and I started to use those powerful language, and I literally recorded my script. So it's like, when you start an acting profession and you have a script which director gives you and says, okay, here's your script, you have to act it out. I recorded my script and I kept listening to it over and over again, like hundreds of times a day. And I'd be just driving and I'd be listening to it and I'd be feeling happy. So not no pressure, just enjoying it, right? And when I really saw myself stepping into her, I had a big aha moment. One day I was in the kitchen making coffee and I thought, oh my goodness, actually, I feel really free today because I was always her. It's like when you were born, you were her, and then you were told too many crazy stories and what you should be and what you shouldn't be and blah, blah, blah. And then you buy into it and then you become somebody who is trapped. You are like literally in a prison without knowing you're in one, right? And then you say, this is not who I am. I want to be who I really am. And when I stepped into her, I was like, oh my goodness, I feel so good. I am her. I've always been her. I was born her. So today I get to be me. And that feeling of freedom, of joy, because I want to tell you something. If you love a way somebody talks, or if you would like to talk a certain way, that means the fact that you like it means that you are meant to do it. That's why you like it. Like some of the speakers or motivational speakers you hear, you're like, oh my God, I love the way they talk. And some of them you don't. But why do you love a certain way? Because that is something in you and you're seeing a reflection of that in the other person. So whatever you like is already within you. You're just seeing the reflection and that attracts you and says, wow, I love this way. I love the way that person dresses. So all the things you like in other people or you want to embody in you, that's actually you. So when I stepped into her, I thought, oh my goodness, I've always been her. I just learned how to be me again. I
Do you
found me
remember?
again.
Do you remember how the old you was?
No. Really, no.
She's like, I don't even recognize that person
I don't.
anymore. That person is gone. But I would say that, or the question I would have for you, if you don't remember that old person, are there times where even today you still struggle a little bit with continuing to be the person that you are now?
So it is, oh my God, I love this question. I love this question. So I I used to think, the old me used to think that how would I deal with difficult situations, right? Because we all think that, oh, successful people don't have problems. That's what we think. But they have same problems like us, right? Wherever we are in our life, we'll always have problems. But when I'm especially in the most difficult situation in my life now, I become more of her. So, in every situation, you can go either way. You can either go to your old self, and I almost feel like this is my human side. Sometimes it comes out. Or you can go to your perfection, your spiritual side, which is like your higher self, which doesn't know fear, which doesn't have any limitations, which just is, which just flows naturally. So when now I experience a difficult situation, I just pause, and then in my mind I almost reinforce that version, and then I just act like her. And once you become bigger than your problem goes away. Once you see, what is this problem trying to teach me? What is this problem asking me to be? It's asking me to be bigger than even who I am right now. So, what if our problems become our superpower? What if our problems become a means for us to grow even better? And I was thinking, even today, it's so funny you're asking me this. And I was thinking today that, sometimes to really have deep transformation, you need to open up. And when you're hurt, your heart opens, right? What is the time your heart really opens? When you're hurt, when it really hits you hard. That's when it opens, and that's when you grow more. So, what if instead of looking at the misery and the problem, we think, how beautiful is that? Because it's helping me to be more of myself. It's helping me to feel more powerful. Because if it doesn't kill you, it only makes you stronger.